I didn't want to do it that way. But okay, since you didn't want to, I didn't want to do it that way. Oh my gosh. Okay. I did not want to do it that way. That sucks. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? It's Connects, and I am back going live every day for this week because, as you guys know, I am doing a 30 days, no submission, no proposals, but I'm still getting paid. I'm able to do this because I have contracts that pays me while I don't do anything. So that is why I am going live. I want to be able to connect with you guys. I want to give you some information, some tips, some special tips, some things that if you're going through the government contracting process that you definitely should know, especially tonight's topic, for sure, for sure. But I want to show you not only I'm able to help you produce the results that I'm getting, but to show you the results that I'm getting. I am literally having did one submission this month, and I'm still getting paid. It's the beautiful life. All right, so tonight's topic is all about the little scary part, submitting, preparing your proposal to the federal government for submission. So if you find yourself having trouble with that, you're in the right place tonight. So remember, like, share, subscribe so that you can get more tips from me on the government contracting process, or aka federal concierge. Y'all know that's how I like to say it. All right, so let's get into it. How to prepare your proposal for submission. So first and foremost, before I even jump into it, it's so funny. Out of all the things that people are scared of doing, this is the number one thing. I don't understand it. People get the quote. They went through all the work. They contacted the subcontractor. They have the pricing sheet, and they don't submit. Are you kidding me? You did all the work, but you don't submit? But I have a kind of theory, and according to my students and other people that I talk to, the reason why they don't submit is, one, because they just don't know how to. They don't know what to include. They don't know what to say. They don't know when to send it. It like freezes, and they never submit. So we're going to get into what you need to do, how to prepare a proper proposal. Because you can send off a proposal, it's not proper. One or two things are going to happen. One, the contract officer is going to contact you and be like, I'm sorry, I had to do that smack because that's how I be. The contract officer is going to contact you and be like, you're missing some documents. Can you please resend them or blah, blah, blah. If they do that, they need you, right? Because secondly, most contract officers, if your proposal is not proper, that's what they're doing. Well, mentally, that's what they're doing. They're not really physically throwing it away. But that's what they're going to do. Like, you're out. That's it. So I'm going to teach you what to look for, how to submit a proper proposal. So, like I said, before we get started, make sure you like this video. Please like my live. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and make sure to share it to everybody because I'm about to give the tea. Okay? The tea on most things people are scared to do. All right, so let's get started. And then, of course, if you got questions, please put them in the comments because I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to help you and help you better understand how this process works. Okay, so let's get started. So basically, the first thing you need to do when you're getting ready to prepare your proposal, you called your subcontractor, you got your quote, you did your pricing. You did the three biggest things that you need to do. So congratulations on that. Now, we need to put all that together. So the first thing you need to do when you're getting ready to prepare your proposal is find the instructions to offer. Now, if you haven't heard of instructions to offeror, let me break it down. You are the offeror, okay? In a bid, you are considered the offeror. They have offerers, they have not bidders. I can't think of the other name, but you are the offerer. So basically, in a proposal, in a solicitation, there is a document that is telling you, addressing you, the offerer, and telling you how they want the proposal submitted back to them after you get your pricing, after you get all that good stuff, okay? That's what they're telling you. That's the document you need to be looking for because it's got the instructions in there. So go through your proposal, look for the instructions to offer. Now, this instructions to offer document could be a couple of places, and let me break it down. The instructions to offer document can be in the main documents of the solicitation. If you go to sam.gov and you click on the documents, usually the document with the solicitation number in there is a document like with everything you need to know. Sometimes it has a scope of work, the pricing sheet, the SF 1449, all of that good stuff, right? So you are going to go through that document and you're going to look for something that says, hear me out now, instructions to offer, instructions to submit, proposal, submission, instructions, anything on the lines of instructions and proposal and submission. Any keywords, things that make sense. That's what you're going to look for. Now, an easy way to do that is if you're in Adobe, I think it's Control F, and then you can type in offer or instructions or submission, and it should bring you to all the words that have that in there. And then you're going to look for the instructions. You're going to be able to tell the instructions because it's going to have a list. It's going to list out what you need to do. Okay, so that's number one. Look for the instructions to offer. Now, once you find the instructions to offer, in the instructions to offer is going to tell you exactly what they want you to submit back to them. Some contract officers are very, 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 very picky. They want like 16 font and the spacing got to be 2 inches from the top and this and that. Some are very, very picky. But guess what? That's their rules. That's what they want. They want you to submit it that way. That's how you should submit it. Okay? But you're going to read the instructions to offer, guys. Stop skimming over certain things. You can skim over some things, but the instructions to offer, you should not skim over. Completely read it and follow it. So it will tell you what documents, additional documents that they need, if any, okay? If any instructions, if any additional documents you need, they're going to tell you to submit it. Additional documents could be the COI, which is Certificate of Insurance. It could be a resume. It could be a brochure. It could be technical statement, capability statement, past performance. It could be any of those documents, okay? Make sure you're understanding what document they want attached, and you are going to attach it to that proposal, okay? You're going to add it to the proposal, okay? Another thing that instructions to offer sometimes ask for you. They'll ask for, I said technical statement already. If you don't know what technical statement is, it's basically how you plan to do the job. And remember, as a federal concierge, we don't do the work. Our subcontractor does the work. So with that being said, you're going to get your technical statement from your subcontractor. You're going to have them write out a technical statement. They're going to send it to you. You're going to reword it depending on how short it is. If it's a nice long one, baby, just pop that up in there. You good to go. But if it's like 2 or 3 sentences, then you're gonna have to reword it. I'm very good at rewriting people's stuff to embellish and make it look good. Some of you guys aren't, and if you aren't, I don't always recommend this, guys, because y'all know how I feel about this. But you can use. I don't want to say this because I don't want to give y'all excuse to use this. But if you're in a push, you can use ChatGPT to help you build on the instructions to offer. On the technical statement that your sub already gave you. Okay, because ChatGPT sounds the same, so you don't want to sound like that. So input theirs in there and then let it build upon that, and then you can use that. Okay, so they may ask for that, and whatever else they ask for. So, like I said, additional documents, COI, licenses, like business licenses, anything that they ask for is what's going to be in there. Instructions to offer is also going to tell you when it needs to be submitted, what time it needs to be submitted, what type of document it needs to be submitted in. Majority of the times, a PDF is like 100% the way to go. But sometimes they want a Microsoft Word document, or sometimes you're submitting it on WAF. For those of you who don't know what WAF is, that's Wide Area Workflow. That is a website where we submit invoices, where we can actually bid on solicitations, where we can look up past invoices and all this other extra stuff, do training classes and all that other stuff. So you might want to look at it. They might tell you to submit it in WAF, okay? But whatever the instructions are, that's what you're going to follow. So that's the first thing in order to submit. Now, once you get all of that information that the instructions to offer is asking you to submit, this is what we're going to do. For those of you who don't realize, you need PDF, Adobe, you need Adobe, okay? I don't recommend buying Adobe the subscription, because I feel like you're gonna end up paying more money. So if you can find an older version of Adobe, like I got Adobe like 2000 or something. So if you can find an older version of Adobe, get it. You might pay $200, $300 or whatever, but if you can get the actual program, get the program, okay? Because the only thing you're gonna really use Adobe is the organizing, the signing, and editing features, so you can edit your document and stuff, okay? So get Adobe. Now, I got you. If you don't have the money to get Adobe, it's cool. I'm not judging you. I have a free Adobe-like website. Perfect. It does everything Adobe does. The only difference is it's only online, so you only can use it online, and it's called I Love PDF. I don't have that in the description, but ilovepdf.com, baby, that is Adobe online for free. And I mean, you literally can do everything the paid Adobe can do. So ilovepdf.com is the website for if you don't have the program Adobe, okay? All right, so once you get all your documents together, you're going to go into Adobe and you're going to put all of those documents in Adobe. Now, don't worry, hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to tell you how to organize them, or how I organize them. Remember, if they specifically ask you how to organize something, organize it that way. I'm going to tell you how I organize them, and you can use that if you want to. But if they specifically tell you how to organize it that way, okay? All right. So, once you put all your documents into Adobe, all right, the next thing you really need to do, and this is a big one, y'all, because I used to mess up this all the time. You need to make sure that everything that is supposed to be signed, your signature, is signed. I can't tell you how many times I submitted proposals and I forgot to sign a doggone thing. And guess what? They couldn't award me because I didn't sign it. Some of them contacted me back and was like, hey, you need to sign this, and I'll sign it. Some of them was like, well, you didn't sign it. I'm sorry, the deadline was over, so blah, 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 blah. So make sure every piece of document that they're asking for that requires your signature as the prime contractor, make sure that you've signed it, okay? So that's the second biggest thing. Third thing, make sure you check your math. I know you did the pricing sheet already. You already got all the documents, but I don't care if you've already checked your math already before you started preparing your proposal. Check it again. Check it again. There are so many times that I went to prepare my proposal, and guess what? My math was off. It was wrong. And I didn't realize it. And I submitted it and I won. Luckily for me, my math was off where I got more money. But it could be the reverse too, where your math can be off and you're not making more money, and you might have to come out of pocket or come out of your excuse me, come out of your profit. You don't want to do that. Okay? So check your math. Check your math. 2-3 times before you prepare your proposal, check your math. Okay? Now, once you checked your math, once you made sure that you signed everything, once you know that you followed the instructions to offer for the proposal, now we're going to put the proposal together. Now, instructions to offer a proposal, usually you have to fill out a SF 1449, and that's usually in the solicitation documents. Okay, so you're going to take that document, you're going to sign it, and then this is the order that I prepare my proposals in. All right, y'all ready? Page number 1, SF 1449, because usually that's the first thing that they need to see. Okay, page number 2, pricing sheet. Because after the SF 1449, what do they really want to see? The pricing. So I give them the pricing sheet. Page number 3, any additional documents that they need. License, certificates, insurance, resumes, any additional documents that they need, that's where I put that. Then, if they're requiring a technical statement, capability statement, or past performance, then I'll put that after the documents, okay? I'll put that, well, actually, depending on if they're asking for it, the technical statement, capability statement, and past performance, whichever one they're asking for, or if they're asking for all 3, I will put that right after the pricing sheet, okay? That's what I would do. So, SF 1449, pricing sheet, technical statement, capability statement, past performance, whatever they're asking for, I'll put that there. And then at the end, I will put any additional documents that they're needed. Okay, so the COI, the insurance certificates, all that other stuff, I'll put that. All right, I'll put all of that in one file, guys. One file. Now, there are some instructions to offer that ask you to put things in certain files. So they'll say, we want the pricing sheet separate. We want the pricing sheet separate. We want the instructions to offer, the SR 1449 and blah, blah, blah in a second document, and label it this. If they ask you to do that, just do it. Okay? If they don't, I just put it in one folder, one file, nice and neat, send it off. Okay? Now, for those of you who don't know how to put it in Adobe, basically what you're going to do is you're going to upload all the files. You're going to go to the Organize tab in Adobe. And then you're just going to move stuff around. Make sure everything's signed. Make sure your math is right. But then you just move stuff around. Okay? You move stuff to the front, to the back, whatever, so it can be organized. Once it's organized, you're going to save that file as one file. Label it Final Proposal. You can label it whatever you want. You can label it the name of the solicitation, whatever. I always label it Final Proposal because I have a file for all my solicitations that I'm working on. And I'm just putting in that file. So you can do that. Once you label it, your proposal is now done. See how easy that is? That wasn't hard, was it? You did all the work. All you're doing is organizing it. Okay? So once you do that, now we're getting ready to send it off. All right? Depending on how they want you to send it off, and more than likely it's going to be an email. You're going to open up your email. You're going to input the email address for the contract officer and the additional contact. Okay? So on solicitations, sometimes they have contract officer and then they have like secondary point of contact. Email both of them. Because if the contract officer doesn't get it, you could say, well, I CC'd the secondary contract officer, the secondary contract officer, so they should get it. Usually that secondary person, I was told, is the supervisor. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But the more people you email it to, the better. So go ahead and email it to both parties, okay? Input or insert your document into your email, and then just write a heading. Guys, I don't really need to tell you what to write. Y'all be, sometimes y'all be like, I don't know what to write. Just write something. But for those of you who are in that boat, like you really don't know what to write, okay, I'll tell you what I write. I'll say subject line. Always write a subject line. And I'll put final proposal submission. I'll always put the contract, the solicitation number, and then in parentheses for me, because I submit so many, I'll put the name of the solicitation so I know what it is, because I'm not about to memorize no contract number. I'm not. Okay? So always put a subject though. Always put a subject. All right? And then in the body, you just basically say, hello, proper greetings, y'all. Hope y'all know how to do that. Hello, please accept my proposal submission for the above solicitation. I'm talking about in the subject. If you have any questions, please let me know. I look forward to hearing you or whatever. Something like that. All right. And then guess what? Hit the send button and you all done. That's how you prepare your proposal. Simple, easy, quick. That's it. So recap, follow instructions to offer. Look for the instructions to offer. Follow the instructions to offer. Make sure you've signed everything. Recheck your math and make sure you followed the instructions to offer. Okay? That's how you submit a proper proposal. So I hope that helped you guys out. If you are interested in getting started as a federal concierge, go to the link below. Feel free to book a call with me. We can discuss your options. I am right now running a 5-day one-on-one mentorship where I will guarantee you will be submitting a proposal at the end of the 5 days. If you come to every class and do what I say, you will be guaranteed a proposal submission. So if you're interested in getting started, you've been to SAM.gov for a long time, you haven't done anything with it, and you're following me, you like my content, you like how I explain stuff, I think this would be a good deal for you. So go ahead, book a free call. Let's talk, discuss your options, so you can get started submitting proposals the proper way. So thank you for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share this video. It's really good information. And make sure you stay tuned because I'm going live all week with the good stuff. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Let me see what I got in the comments. Jonathan, I don't know if you still here, Jonathan, but hey, says I am on. Why am I reading like this? Like I can't read. I am on it. Future millionaire right here. More. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's what's up. Future millionaire. Well, it's nice to meet you, future millionaire, because baby, it's there for you. And it's really easy to attain. Obtain. Attain? Yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. Nice to meet you. All right, guys. With that being said, have a good night. I'm going to finish my flower wall. Remember, I'm taking 30 days off to do me, to relax, to relate, to release. I'm not submitting any proposals for the month of April. And guess what? I'm still getting paid. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.